run, two, come, let's go. I said 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 run, two, come, let's go.
What up, y'all? On my way on a mission, you know what I mean? So they have basically pre-approved the vaccines. They got 4 different vaccines they gonna have. They all based on as far as different facets of what technology it uses and how it affects the immune system. And they said they starting off with 20 million doses. 20 million. I mean, I think it's at least 50 million senior citizens in the U.S. So, I mean, that's just gonna scratch the surface as far as just senior citizens alone, because those are the people that really need it and it's gonna get it first. The reason why I'm tapping in is not just for the vaccines, but it's also with the concern of who's gonna take it, who needs it. Is it necessary for everybody to have it? Is it gonna be necessary for you to get a job? Is it a ploy when it comes to characters that have billions and billions of dollars that wants to do things to the population? You know, things of that context. So me actually doing research on the processes, my personal thought is there is technology there for the coronavirus where it could help the elderly's immune system. And I don't really want to get into the science of what it would do, but it's almost like any other vaccine in some cases. Without showing you visuals, without showing you the molecular structures of the cells and things of that nature and bore you to death. Long story short, they basically trying to have created like a clone of the coronavirus, but not as threatening. And you know, of course, they'll give you a shot with it in the muscular area. And once it's there, your immune system will attack it, and basically it'll create a memory of the virus. So if you ever were in contact with it, it'll basically know how to kill it. You know, but the way the coronavirus actually works in your system is once it's in your system, you know, it gets into the linings of your lungs or the linings of wherever, the cell walls basically. And what happens is your body starts to attack. But the coronavirus is so powerful that actually, and without boring you to death, it whoops the crap out of your immune system. And it turns it on itself. It could turn the T cells to themselves, or I'm gonna just say the N cells without going into the scientific names of the different type of cells. So it whoops them. You know what I'm saying? And the N cells are the ones that are, you know, as far as your immune system, that they got the hands. And it whoops them too. So the coronavirus whoops them, gets into your lungs. Your lungs also pushes forth more immune system defense mechanisms to whoop the coronavirus. And a lot of the times the coronavirus wins temporarily. That's why you see people getting the respiratory failure or the respiratory trouble and they need ventilators. The reason they be needing ventilators is so that it could actually give their immune system enough time to whoop the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, people come back from it. You know, the people that's like highly affected in the lungs, and that's why they, you know, a lot of the times they need the ventilators. to keep them alive. But in some cases, that coronavirus is so strong, it whooped the T cells, it whooped the N cells, and it just whooped everything. And your body gives it an overwhelming amount of immune support that could kill everything. And that's basically how you die. It's almost like it kills itself. Your body kills itself trying to defend itself. So if this was man-made, good job as far as wanting to destroy the world. So, I mean, this was a bad boy. But if it was something from nature for the necessary reasons as far as the universe, you know, putting things into place, you know, kudos to the universe. And also kudos for allowing us the technology along with the intelligence on how to figure out how to beat it. But when you look at the statistics, we have a 99% chance of recovery already. But technically, quote unquote, according to the numbers, we do or did or still have a pandemic. If you define what a pandemic, quote unquote, really is based on the diagnosis, number of deaths, also the casualties. And I'm not just talking about casualties of the virus, but casualties of nurses and doctors exposing themselves to this situation where there's not enough hospital beds, you know, and they got to literally choose who live and who die. So that's where the pandemic stuff come in, because it's a pandemic on the population, which is us, due to the sickness, no matter what it was, however it was diagnosed, what was the causes of it, what was the triggers and the after effects. So you got the remnants of the coronavirus in your system, quote unquote, you could say it was coronavirus. So, but it's real. It's not like how some other things were in the past that wiped out a third of the whole population of a country. So it's not to that level. Thank God. That's good. But as far as our level of a pandemic, it could be due to us having technology, intelligence, past vaccines, or our immune system just being here for so long. So long story short, vaccine is coming. They say April. By the end of the year, it's going to be manufactured. And for people that, you know, have emergency purposes, you know, they say they want to expedite it. I don't know if that's going to bring in something new by saying you know, companies that create these vaccines could do this all the time based under this new statute. I don't know, but that's those type of loopholes that they create now. So in the future, they could hit us with the big one. Like this could have been the test run, which I believe it is, because it's 2020. In 2030, y'all know we're going to see something else. And this might be the test run for how we will respond. And if you look at the history outside of the Great Depression and everybody starving and the civil rights, this is in my generation, because the civil rights stuff was before me, but in our generation, this is our big deal. This is our big thing. So 10 years from now, it's going to be something just as big or bigger. You had 9/11, September 11th. What year was that? Close to a zero, right? Almost every 10 years. We leave that alone. But this could be the test run for the big one, y'all. So if you made it through this one, prepare for the next one. You know, they got to shock your system. They got to keep your responses up. They got to weed out the weak. You know, they got to get rid of the decrepit. And I'm going to do a whole nother video on population control, but not today. So, long story short, this was on my mind. You know, I seen the president, you know, say what he had to say. The vice president say what he had to say. Them doctors say what they had to say. And it lines up with the research that I've personally been doing. So, is you gonna take it? Are you gonna take it? Do you need it? Don't you need it? That's up to you and what they mandate. So, am I gonna take it? Okay. So, it's coming. No fear. Don't be scared. Do your research so you will know what the heck they shooting in your body, because it's 4 different ones, 4 different kinds. So they looking for test dummies right now too. So if you want to be a test dummy, they paying. So if you want to be a test dummy, go ahead. Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing. The vaccinations will be given for free. Flu shots cost. Pandemic vaccinations is free, which means there's people going to be wanting to get them faster, which is a establishing operation, which is actually going to make you become motivated to get it, even though you don't know what's in it. So you're going to run out and grab it. And if you got kids, you're probably going to do it as well, along with if schools mandated the kids to have it. Youchie. Is it a diabolical plan at work? Is it a diabolical plan at work? Or is it trying to help the population? We'll talk about a little bit of that during the population control video that we shall be doing soon. So that being said, I ain't gonna hold y'all. These.
Run, 2, come, let's go. I said